Hello everyone, it's Luke Cogliano. You're watching TheL-ingLiveShow. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is a review show and I review the latest films every week. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm back now and I got to see The Avengers over the weekend and I had a lot of fun with this movie and I'm going to review it today. So here's my review. So this is the movie that's been built up for about 4 years now, ever since at the end of Iron Man, when Samuel L. Jackson comes out and announces that there's going to be this Avengers initiative, which is eventually going to be the Avengers movie. And everybody got super pumped for this, and Marvel started churning out all of these individual character movies and some sequels for them. And all of them have kind of been building towards this for the past couple of years. And now all the characters that you've seen in these past films leading up to this are coming together and uniting to fight this common enemy. And this is a movie that can go wrong very fast, and it is almost impossible to do this in a way that doesn't leave characters out and doesn't have stuff that kind of stays unanswered. And this is a really, really tricky movie to make because you have about 5 main characters and they're all very important and they all have huge backstories and they all have huge fan followings, and you want to make sure that every character gets their moment to shine, and it can be really challenging, especially if you don't really know the direction you want to go in. But Joss Whedon, who I have just recently gotten into after seeing Cabin in the Woods, has taken the helm for this movie, and he has beaten the odds. He has overcome everything and made a film that could that many people thought could not have been made, and is incredible. The ability that he has to just write such catchy and slick dialogue, and how he's able to constantly fill the movie with great humor amongst all this impressive action, which really stands out and definitely kickstarts the summer. It's just a really, really fun movie overall, and I found myself laughing at almost every joke that was being thrown out, and I was really impressed with a lot of the action. There were some things that some of the computer-generated creatures I found to be a little too fake-looking, and I was kind of put off by that. But I'd definitely say the action is phenomenal, and you have such a diverse set of characters that can do different things. It makes everything really interesting and unique to their characters. It's really cool to see the diversity in all their styles and that kind of thing. So that was really neat too. As you probably know, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back again to play Iron Man, and he's just perfect in this role. He fits right back into his character in this movie and is always funny when he's on screen. He's pretty much the perfect guy to play Tony Stark, and he just knows exactly what works. He's pretty much right back where he usually is, and he's always a lot of fun to see. I find myself continuing to be impressed with Chris Evans as Captain America. He really caught me by surprise when he first played him in the Captain America movie, and I just kept enjoying to see him on the screen because he's just so good in this character, and I'm really glad that he has finally gotten to making stronger roles for himself. And then another big character that everybody's been talking about is the Hulk. And this time around you have Mark Ruffalo playing Bruce Banner as the Hulk. And and at first when I heard this news, I was completely against him playing the Hulk. I was like, I've only seen him in comedies, and I was a huge fan of The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, and I didn't want them to have different characters because it's been they've been switching characters every time they do the Hulk. So I was kind of pissed off. But then seeing him in this movie, I have been pretty much completely changed, and I was really impressed with not only how Ruffalo was able to kind of embody this sense of uh, constant vigilance and kind of self-awareness about his own power, his own anger, but also the stuff that he does as the Hulk is just so great, and he literally steals every scene that he is in. This is the Hulk that I think people have really wanted to see, and there's just so many great things about his character in this movie. But if I had to narrow it down to one scene that was just so great, it would be when the Hulk literally grabs Loki and just starts throwing him around like a rag doll on the floor in Tony Stark's penthouse. It's just so great, and it's like timed perfectly. It's just hilarious and then awesome at the same time, and it just makes me want to see more Hulk movies and just more Hulk cameos and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing definitely future Marvel films in general, just because this movie has been set up perfectly for a continuation of all of their storylines, and you really get, especially at the end where they kind of reveal that there's going to be this huge character coming out. I'm really looking forward to seeing how all the characters can kind of go away and then come right back in for the second Avengers movie when it rolls around. I think each character was given enough time to do their own thing and really shine in this movie, so I think that was a really important thing to have done, and they do it very well in this movie. And there's never somebody who's overshadowing the whole film or anything like that, which I was worried about, especially with Robert Downey Jr. You would have figured that since his movies have been the most successful and the most popular, his character would just kind of gloss over everybody else, and you wouldn't really get anything except his character. But you really get a taste of everybody in this movie, and you get to see all of their stories kind of evolve in a little bit throughout this whole film. And the only really negative thing I have to say about this is that I saw this movie in 3D, and it's post-converted 3D, so it wasn't very good, and it didn't really add anything to the whole film. So I would just say skip the 3D entirely, check it out in 2D, or maybe in IMAX if you can see it in IMAX, because this is the kind of movie that you probably want to check out in IMAX. I'm really looking forward to checking out more of Joss Whedon's work, because he's just continued to impress me, and I'm really interested in seeing what else he's done. And I'm definitely looking forward to future Marvel films if he plans to do some, and I'm really looking forward to seeing other future Marvel films just in general, because this movie just got me really pumped. But yeah, this movie was a ton of fun. It's action-packed. It's hilarious. The Hulk is literally incredible in this movie, and it's everything you expect and more. You couldn't have asked for a better Marvel movie, and it just delivers on every level. And for people who are saying that this movie doesn't have enough story and doesn't have enough backstory, I would say that that's not really important, because this movie is basically has been built up for many years by other films, and the other films are the backstory. And if you watch them all together as a whole, that's the whole experience. I think it works, and I think there's more good than bad in this movie, and the fact that they pulled this off and were able to make it so good is just incredible. I'd definitely say check this movie out. It'd be a great thing to see with a ton of friends, and it might be even something that you want to see more than once, because it's just a really fun time. I'll just leave it at that, though. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and like it down below. And if you want to see more of these reviews, I have new episodes every Monday, and you can subscribe right up above. So for today's question of the day, I want to know which is a Marvel character that you wish was in the Avengers movie, or that you wish it would be in the Avengers sequel. You leave your comments right down below, or you can leave a video response. I'll see you guys next time, and that's it.